Since 1907, visually impaired advancement has been enhancing the lives of people who are blind and visually impaired through empowerment and advocacy. Joining us now with more details on everything they do are Kelsey and Ray. Thanks so much for coming in today, you two.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Of course. So I'd love it if you could start by telling us about VIA and the mission.
Absolutely. Well, VIA has had a presence in the Buffalo community for over a century. We serve anyone and everyone in the community with low vision, whether that be blind or some level of visual impairment. We have a whole range of services, and we have a low vision clinic. We have several locations throughout Western New York, but our downtown location is on Main Street. That is the gateway to the agency. And so before we talk about the event, just wanted to share, if anyone in the community is experiencing vision challenges and you have never heard of VIA, please reach out to us. We would love to meet you.
That's right, okay. And you know, what's cool about VIA is that you're actually one of the only agencies in Western New York providing these services to those in need, right?
That's correct. We are the comprehensive service provider to this community in the region.
Yes, comprehensive. So there are others that provide services, but we are absolutely the most comprehensive, yes.
Ray, can you tell us a little bit about your history with VIA?
Yeah, sure. So I go way back. I go into the preschool when we used to own a preschool for the visually impaired. It was an integrated classroom alongside sighted students with other disabilities, cognitive, physical, all different types of stuff. So we were exposed to many, many different walks of life very early. Followed me all the way through grammar school, up through middle school, high school, making sure I had the skills to get around those institutions. Also the home life, making sure that I had the skills to live independently at home. So laundry, cooking, cleaning, all the stuff that you really want to do as a teenager, made sure I knew how to do that. My mom really enjoyed that part. That was her favorite part. And then all the way up into adulthood, where I now am on the other side of the desk. Instead of being a consumer, because I don't have any vision, I lost my sight at age 1 due to bilateral retinoblastoma. And so with zero vision, being able to now serve people who have either gone through the same situation that I have or are now experiencing vision loss for the first time, I feel like I'm in a unique role to be able to help those individuals understand what life is throwing at them and what their capabilities are.
Absolutely. Now, I know that VIA is hosting an event this week. What can you tell us about that?
Sure. Our Taste of Tech event is coming up this Thursday. It's hosted at Other Half Brewing. It is a brand new event for VIA. We've never done this event before, and what we wanted to do is invite the community in to get some real hands-on experience with all the different technology that people who are visually impaired use to navigate the world, from low-tech magnifiers that can enlarge print to some really cool high-tech stuff. I even brought a few devices with me here today that people will be able to try, experience, have some fun, have a beer, have some bites, and be exposed to something new.
Really cool. So let's talk about some of the beer science activities that you'll be able to do at this event. Sounds like a fun time.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we are having a blindfolded beer tasting, a blindfolded hops sensory experience. So for those beer aficionados out there, you may have done a beer tasting before, but I can assure you, you've never done one like this.
Yeah.
And we also have brew scientist Queen City Quality. Her name is Jessie, and she is a brew scientist. She does quality control testing for breweries all over the place, and she'll be there leading some really cool activities as well.
Let's talk about these demonstrations and why they're important to the blind and visually impaired community.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So when you come across a blind or visually impaired individual in the community, typically, they'll have some type of device that would identify them, whether it be a white cane or service animal, something to that degree. So you would identify, okay, that person has a visual impairment. The technology that they use, though, on the day-to-day, things like apps on the smartphone and the Meta Ray-Bans and things like that Kelsey has out here. All of these different devices are things that you don't see them using. On a cane, it's like, well, how does that work? Well, they use it to, get around and touch a curb, right? Like, we understand that, you can see it happening. The technology, you can't. So for all the different things like Be My Eyes, all of these kind of seeing AI, navigating YouTube on your phone just to listen to music, or all of these different types of things that, as a sighted person you can just do without any type of assistance, you might wonder, well, how is a visually impaired individual capable of doing that? So we demonstrate a lot of the different types of technology, both on smartphone, but also low tech. So let's say you're a senior and not interested in learning smartphones. Well, then we're not going to teach you a smartphone. We're going to teach you other low tech ways. Could be something as simple as, well, when I'm in the shower, I find it very difficult to determine the difference between my shampoo and my conditioner, or my shampoo and my body wash, whatever it is, right? So it's like, okay, well, we'll just put a hair tie on one or a rubber band on one. Okay, now the difference is tactile. It's just that simple, right?
Yeah.
So we have somebody there to talk about low-tech solutions, or VRT, vision rehabilitation therapy. These are the folks that would go into the home and help evaluate for barriers caused by low vision specifically, and blindness. And so they would talk about the different low-tech, high-tech, all different types of things that we can do to help make that individual as independent as possible within their own home without getting sent to the home.
Amazing, amazing stuff there. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing more. Viewers, if you'd like to learn more about this event and get your tickets today, just visit viawny.org/events/taste. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank
you
you
for having us.